Ho!
Hey, welcome back to the Triple F Podcast. This is episode number 55, I think.
Is
55. We're getting up there, boys.
Double Cincos. You know what
Double
that means.
Cincos.
We can't figure out where we want to record, so we record wherever we fucking feel like.
Yeah,
apparently.
and are we wearing shorts, and can you see our legs? Yeah, probably. Is that professional?
You guys see my fucking tan lines on my foot? Look at that. Stop complimenting me about how tan I am before you get a chance to look at my foot.
You guys should see my feet.
No.
They're disgusting. You want to see them?
No, I don't want to
really.
see them.
I
I have nice feet, dude.
My toenails right now, they look like little, I don't know how to describe them. It looks like they have like little afros on the top of my toes. They're like long.
What?
What do you mean?
So it's like
Your toe hairs?
my toenails are like this and then boxed out. It looks like a box, like a rectangle. It looks like
afros wouldn't be rectangle. That
gross.
would be like
I'm talking like Sid from, or what's his name from
Like Kid and Play?
from Arnold. Hey Arnold.
Oh, yeah.
The kid's like the straight up afro, like the
A high top.
Yeah, it looks like a high top afro on my toe. My
That's
toenail.
disgusting.
You want to see him?
No,
Nah.
I do not. I'm glad. The only
Welcome back to the Triple F Podcast, where I get fucking.
The only thing grosser than your fucking socks would be what those things encase.
Dude, do you
Get
see
those
what
the
happens here,
fuck
dude?
outta
They're trying
here.
to censor me.
I have
they're
great feet. You guys are just pissed because I have feet that people would pay money to
I
see.
thought you were going to end that.
Yeah.
You guys are just pissed I have feet.
You guys are just pissed off that I have feet and you don't.
Yeah, that is true.
Matt's surprised when other people have similar body parts. He's like, what the fuck? Everyone else has ears? What the hell?
You have ear hair.
I do.
No,
have
it
ear
is.
hair.
You know what's funny is it actually is kind of true because whenever somebody has a mustache in a crowd, oh, it's game on. Matt goes, "Oh, you're gonna have my fucking mustache."
You do the same thing with redhead comics. You freak out.
Yeah, that's true. No, I do. I know.
I know.
do. I hate
Me and
redhead.
Josh do the same thing to anybody who challenges us in the crowd. We go, "You think you're better than me?"
Yeah.
That's our
That's a
go-to.
go-to.
every
That's a
time.
go-to. And then I go, yeah. Then I threaten to fight him a lot. I accidentally. I realized when I listen back to some audio, I get kind of mean with veterans on accident. Like I don't mean to be in the
It's
moment.
because you guys are all fucking pussies.
Yeah, like I listened back to one of the clips and I was like, I think it was like Dania. There I was talking to a guy that was in the Marines, and I was like, "What were you?" And then he was like, "Oh, I was admin, which is like a paperwork guy." And then in front of everyone, I was like, "You're a pussy," and like people laughed, but then I was like, "No, but you really are." And then like it was like crazy. Like it was like I look back and I go, "That was nuts, dude." I'm just like calling him out for no reason. Like
Yeah, dude, he served our country.
yeah,
dude,
dude,
what
he's
are
a
you doing?
hero, dude.
Yeah.
Sitting behind that desk, that fucking.
Are you though? Like, I wonder, like, what makes somebody a hero? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like what? Like, because here's the thing. So, like, Britt is a nurse. Some nurses
No.
are. No. Listen to this though. If I shot you in the stomach right now and you went to the emergency room, there's a nurse who's holding your intestines in your body as you come in. And you might live to have beautiful children and raise a life. And you're going to look back and you're going to go, that nurse is a hero.
That doctor did a good job.
You're going to go, that nurse is a hero for holding my intestines in, because Lord knows those things are full too.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude.
Actually, no. I
But-
drank a lot of coffee this morning. These things are
Yeah,
emptied
indeed.
out.
But then
Big old mud pie.
there are nurses who
Are fat.
Make TikToks.
There are nurses who make TikToks. There are nurses who think that the peak of their heroism is pushing around old people in a wheelchair. And then eventually those same people push those old people to the ground and get caught. Have you seen those
Yeah,
videos?
dude, they're crazy, dude.
There's so many videos of just like fucking nursing home nurses
Which
just
beating
not
the
just
shit.
beating the shit out of old
It's
people.
fucked up. It is
so
fucked
crazy.
up, but also I kind of get it.
No,
imagine,
you get it. It's like don't shake your
imagine-
baby,
yeah.
right? It's like, but there's a reason you're gonna want to shake
Yeah,
the
of
baby.
course.
Yeah, you're tired.
but you don't shake the baby.
But imagine like this is not your baby. This is not your grandma.
Yeah.
This is just Ethel, who every time it's time to drop off dinner, she's like, it's cold. The soup is cold.
And then she
you
calls
know-
you the N-word.
And you know
And she shits her
there's no
pants.
cameras, and you could just fucking pop Edna one, and nobody would say shit.
And
you could
dude,
just
let me tell you
fucking-
what they do.
Oh yeah.
You think the time that they got caught on camera was their first?
Oh, yeah, of
It was-
course
that was
not.
not round one, dude. That was the closing round. That was round 5 for the belt.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. He was going for the title.
They were on their
Yeah.
6th card at that point.
Yeah,
they
man.
Were going
It was
deep.
they fucked up and just got caught on fucking primetime television. You know.
Yeah, they had a long career of
And here's the thing. I get
ultimate
it.
old people fighting.
Those are not your old people. It's not your baby. But also, it's not our fault that you got a 2-year degree that you could make $40,000 a year doing and thought that would be the easy route without caring about people.
Yeah, that's
You
like
know what I'm
RNs,
saying?
right? That's
Because
registered
well,
nurses.
there is not all nurses are like this. Because Britt would kick my ass if she thought that I thought that all you need is a 2-year degree to make a median income in the United States. Because that's not what a lot of them do. You can though. You can go that route. Then you can go the lazy route and to be a nurse, a CNA in a fucking nursing home or something. And you're probably at your wits' end getting called the N-word by Ethel. And I get that.
Or my
but
grandma.
also, or
With an
or
Irish
just-
accent.
Yeah.
Scottish, but yeah.
And
Scottish,
that
it's Scottish.
and that sucks, but nobody made you do that job. So buck up and go drive fucking Lyft or something.
I like that
Yeah.
rant.
Coworker, I guess, is what he is. I don't really know what he is to me.
You work
I was
with him?
voice texting. Not really. He just like works in the same office as me. I was voice texting Josh,
Okay.
and he walked in. And he was like,
Coworker.
"Were you talking to me?" And I was like, "No, I was sending a voice text." And he goes, "Oh, my wife sends those to me sometimes. How do you do that?" And I was like, "Honestly, it'd be easier if you just instead of describing it,
Fucked
just give
off.
me your phone." I'll show you. And then he hands me his phone, and I was like, oh, I don't know how to do it on an Android. I've never had an Android.
I'm not poor.
And I give it back to him, and he's like, oh, all right. And then he goes, Siri, voice memo. And then he goes, see, she never works for me either. And then he walked out, and I was like, all right, man.
That's crazy.
I was like, I don't think you know what phone you have.
no.
dude."
He's got an Android. He's trying to talk to Siri.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
Old
all
people
over
are-
the place.
Old people are useless, man.
There
how
was-
old? How old though?
Not super old, like mid-60s.
Because we were talking about this right before you got here, where like my Mac will automatically store things to the cloud, and I do think people our age are that weird in between, where like my parents don't understand TikTok and Instagram.
Mhm.
They're like, I don't get why. How does it have 1 million views? I'm like, well, the video gets sent to an algorithm, and then it chooses to push it out, and more people than just the people who follow me can see it. And they're like, I don't know, I don't get it. And I'm like, you
I
guys
don't
are,
like it.
you
I
guys
heard
are,
it's Chinese.
Exactly. I'm like, you guys are dumb. You don't get it. But then I'm also like, what is the cloud? You know what I mean? I'm like, where is it? What is it?
It's
Why?
servers.
It's servers. Where are they, Jeffrey?
Oh, physically? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
they're- I
the
mean,
cloud. What
I
is
know
it?
that.
Where is
I know
it?
that Microsoft's Azure servers are in West
What?
Virginia or Virginia.
They're what? What did you call them?
Azure. That's like the name of their cloud service.
I didn't like that.
If you play, if
Sounds
you,
like a slur,
Racist.
dude.
you play
Microsoft's fucking Azure service. Like, wait, what?
if you play like games on Xbox Live, it's off of cloud servers. Like it's just like all cloud storage is like literally a like warehouse filled with like hard drives, and then instead of storing it on your device locally, it stores it over there.
I don't like this. I
Dude,
don't like that
that's
you're
funny
like,
to
oh, your
conf-
bit? How about I just explain it?
Confused redneck.
Was that a
trying
bit?
No, not really. It was just
Confused
observation.
redneck trying to like get some like he's trying to destroy the cloud. He's just like with an AK just shooting. It's
Yeah.
in the air. It's in the sky.
That's what. Well, that's like. I don't get.
I do like the idea of like my parents know like what the cloud is, but you'd never be able to explain it to them. My grandparents, if I was like, the video I took of you is in the cloud, they'd be like, what the fuck are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
They'd be like, "How did you video me? I didn't see you with a recorder, a camcorder,
They're like, what is that? What is that? Talk Boy? What is that thing?
Talk Boy,
That was
like a Game Boy."
Yeah, you don't remember the Talk Boy?
No, what's a Talk Boy?
Dude, you remember a Yak Back?
No, are you
Oh.
making these up?
No. They were like
you
little.
guys remember Record Board? What are you? Like, are you just making these up?
Back in my day, the late 90s,
Uh-huh.
we had these things. There was a Talk Boy, and then there was a Yak Back, and they were just like little recording devices aimed at kids. It was basically like a tape recorder, but it had like
Sounds like it was a tape recorder.
it was, but it had like cool kids features. The Talk Boy was in.
You can press a button and it goes boing.
this one's yellow.
Yeah, it
Like
was back.
Cool kids.
It was back
are.
when all the commercials were just like, "Oh, Billy got the Talk Boy," and he'd be like, "I have a smelly butt," and then he'd put it under the teacher's desk, and then it would play, and the teacher would be like, "Who's doing that?" And he'd be like, "Only with the Talk Boy." Like that was basically that era.
I don't.
We had So, and when I was like a sophomore in high school, we had a Spanish teacher who was like a complete. So she was a permanent.
That's crazy.
Yeah, put that away.
What
dude.
was that?
He
Just
just
my
he
dick
just
and
went
balls.
this- he just went like this, like on the and then he was like, no.
I'm gonna put a blur right
Dude,
here.
Great self-awareness, though. I love that.
That's crazy.
People who have kept on this journey from the first episode to now would be really proud
That's
of you
growth.
for doing that.
that's growth.
That's
Yeah.
well, that's growth too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's packing.
One time somebody sent us a video of you picking your toenails.
yeah, yeah, dude.
And they were like, tell him to stop.
When I was a sophomore in high school, we had a Spanish teacher who was a permanent substitute. So the Spanish teacher quit. So then this lady just was the substitute teacher for the rest of the year. And we
So basically, a permanent teacher. They were like, "Yeah, but fuck."
yeah,
you.
yeah, they're like, yeah, but you're not getting benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to get insurance?
They're
Fuck
like, "You're
off."
gonna do the full job, but like, we're not gonna give you
Yeah.
the title, you fucking loser."
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, we
You
already
wanna-
treat teachers too well.
Yeah. You do have to pay for everything, though. You do have to pay for school
You do have to
supplies.
bring your own bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
That's not a requirement. It's a highly recommended.
It's a recommended thing.
What did she teach?
Spanish.
So she had to buy her own tortillas.
Yeah, so it was one of those, and she was a white lady that didn't speak Spanish. For the
We
record,
suggest you keep a machete.
it was like,
Oh, you mean like Senora Henson?
it was yes,
That's who taught our Spanish
and it was
class.
like, oh yeah, it would be like yeah, and we so I programmed a universal remote to the TV in the room,
Amazing.
and went in study hall one day, and so then I would bring in the remote. And in the middle of her lectures, I would just turn it on, and like she wouldn't know. She never noticed, but she would get fucking pissed because she'd be like, "Why is this TV like?" To the point where she was like calling she was like, "It only happens in third period." Like she was like, could not figure it out. And then a fucking kid snitched on me, and then I got ISS for a day. So then I wrote on the thing, I was like, "Miss Axtell's a
ISIS?
fucking dumb bitch," and I put that on the thing.
What did you put on the TV?
I would just turn on the TV, and it would be on channel 1,
See, you missed an opportunity to
Well,
put porn.
You could. I mean, it was the roll-in
Or-
TVs that
yeah.
they would have. Yeah. Like,
dude, the ones that
and the-
have a VHS
my boy-
built into it.
So then, but that's
Oh.
a.
You
But that's
just
a.
walk
But I
in,
didn't
you
know how to
somebody
get
to distract
porn,
you. Just fucking you slide one in there, and then guess what? You turn it on to Gang Bang Sluts Part 4.
Well, that's a
during the middle
difficult
of-
task because then you'd have to program the universal remote for the TV and
And
the
the
VHR,
VHS, yeah.
the VHS, and then you'd have to fast forward all the story that came in those bullshits.
That's true.
dude, yeah, watching like those HBO like porn, like the softcore porn back in like the 2000s, it would be like, and it was just tits up. You could never actually see on the free channels.
Yeah,
Do you know
yeah,
what I'm talking about?
Skinamax, shit like
Yeah,
that.
Skinamax. Yeah,
It would
yeah.
just be like them humping.
Yeah,
and like,
I would-
Dude, you know
It's
what?
just like Euphoria now.
That's gotta.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
literally
yeah, dude,
Euphoria,
it is
except you can tell everybody's an
Yeah.
adult.
Yeah.
There's no fun of being like, is it wrong for me to like her tits or not? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that is weird. Euphoria was like, these girls are 16 in the show, and here are their tits, and you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, my girl,
Do I
my
love
girl
this?
watched the show.
But like
on,
Sydney Sweeney is fucking bad though.
oh yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you
but
do.
the,
trust me, you do.
Okay.
I'll show you.
There was a show on Hulu that like Reese Witherspoon was in, and like her daughter, like there was a show. Like the girl's supposed to be like 15, 16.
Yes, I remember the show.
It's like every fires all the
I
time or
watched
some
it.
shit like
Yeah,
that.
I watched it when I was in rehab.
Dude, how many scenes is she like sucking her boyfriend's dick? It's crazy.
I
They'll
don't
like
remember
cut to
that.
a car and it'll just be the boyfriend in the car like this, and then her head will emerge from the lap, and I'm like, is this character not supposed to be 15? This is fucking weird, dude.
Listen, dude, HBO likes to push
This
the
was Hulu.
boundaries. Oh, it was on Hulu?
Yeah, this is in between
Thought I watched
episodes
it
of
on-
like Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy to go from like your Hulu shuffle to be like Rick and Morty to like a 15-year-old giving head. That's fucked, dude. That feels weird because we
I don't
know
like it.
that actor is over the age of consent. So it's not wrong for me to
But
like
is
it.
she? But is she?
I hope. After I just said I liked it. Yeah, I hope so.
But also,
I
like,
get
it's
it.
not like she was actually sucking dick on set.
Well,
No.
So it's like
Well, she
James
might have
Franco got in trouble for that. So
for getting his dick sucked.
been. No, James Franco
Was,
during
like,
a
trying
sex
to
scene
actually
like
fuck.
was like trying to actually. James Franco's kind of
a freak.
A cool
like,
guy.
Not in a cool. No.
He's a
no.
cool guy.
No, I don't think. I think James Franco is probably like a huge douchebag.
Yeah, I think so too.
I can't tell if he's a dumbass or not.
Well, he also got in trouble for like talking to a 16-year-old like very publicly.
There's a movie. Have you seen Palo
That's not
Alto?
good.
No.
It's like a movie where he's a teacher and he's like trying to what he does, like hook up with this like 17-year-old.
Yeah.
And it's just him getting in trouble. It's always weird when that happens. When people take a role and then the thing happens that they just took a role.
It's like when Dillion.
Yeah,
that was
with-
method acting.
Yeah, with Chris D'Elia with the You
he
show.
played a pedophile in You.
Like, I'm
and
not
then,
a
like, year
pedophile.
later.
I was method acting. I was being the character.
I was being Heath Ledger. He killed himself because he was committed to the role.
Yeah.
And
I thought he
sexted
overdosed.
a 15-year-old. Well, yeah, but he died.
Also-
He died. He didn't kill himself.
What role was suicide?
Well, the idea that I've heard
The
is
Joker
that the
turned
Joker,
him broken.
he already had addiction issues, obviously, but like the Joker was like the breaking point of his method acting that sent him into such a dark place that he ended up overdosing.
He's
Look,
like too many freaks are gonna get ha 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 tattooed on their forearms. Dude. I gotta kill myself. I gotta end it, dude.
Yeah.
Too many weirdos in fucking insane clown posse t-shirts are gonna have my poster. I can't take
I
it
can't
anymore.
do this. Dude, those are the worst. When you see a dude with ha 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 ha.
There's a guy around here who
Yeah.
drives a Charger, and it's decked out. The whole thing is Joker themed, and it's like the amount that had to cost him. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, between the car and all of that, I would imagine.
And his divorce.
I would imagine, yeah, like 60 grand on the low end. That's crazy.
There's a
Just to-
real red flag is how much a guy is into the Joker.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
If
agree.
if a guy is anything more than the villain, the Joker is a good villain in movies. If he's anything more than that, red flag, ladies.
Yeah.
Red fucking
If you
Yeah.
can cite which one's his favorite, Jack Nicholson was the best. And you're like,
I think it's less about who he liked, because you can be a superhero fan and be like, I think this person played the Joker the best, right? I personally think Heath Ledger did.
I do too.
Have I watched anybody else do it? Nah, not really. I watched Jared Leto, which was embarrassing, and Heath Ledger's the best. But it's how much of the Joker do you relate to?
Yeah, if you're like,
How
he's
much
like
are you
me.
like, he's sick and dark and the world hasn't entreated him right. I get it. That's not
Yeah.
good.
yeah,
dude.
that's not a
I
good.
don't like
That's
that.
not good.
That's when
you're that person who's like, the age of consent is 17 in this state. That's like that's the same guy for sure.
It's the same guy of being like, you know, it would look good if I dyed my hair red and went to a fucking theater with a jacket on, and then they. That's
Okay.
that's what the guy did.
Yeah, you didn't have to bring that up.
Wait, hold on. But didn't he shoot up the Dark Knight? How did he already like the Joker?
Well, the Joker has been around for ages.
Oh wait, oh shit,
But
you're
yes,
right.
he did shoot up the Dark Knight.
Was it
I
on
don't-
the premiere?
But was it the premiere?
Yeah.
'cause
Or
it
did
would've-
he go? This was sick.
He went the day before. He
just
saw
crack
Heath
the
Ledger.
case?
Yeah, he saw Heath Ledger give literally a once in a lifetime performance.
Yep.
And then was like, wow, that's so
if
good.
he died for the performance, we all gotta die.
We
for
all
this
gotta die,
performance.
and then he didn't die. I mean, that guy's.
Well,
I
he's
think
still in prison.
alive.
Yeah, he's in
Yeah.
he's in for federal prison.
Was it the sequel, or did he shot
No,
up the
it
Dark
was
Knight?
No, it was
Dark
the Dark
Knight.
Knight,
But was it the Dark Knight or the
The
Dark
Dark
Knight
Knight
Rises?
or was it the premiere?
That's a good
Let's
question.
look
Let's
this up.
yeah, we have the
Let's
capacity.
give it a goog while we're here.
Should I pull it up?
Speaking of mass shootings, no, I'm just kidding. I don't want to talk about that.
They're not cool.
No, they're not good.
You know, we're not afraid to say it. We don't like them.
We don't like them.
I'm
You
not
know what?
afraid to
That's the
say it.
Triple F stance.
Also,
We're
I was
against
going to say
mass
something that I
shootings.
don't feel like elaborated on enough, and I just kind of want to say it. I think if you're really, really into the Joker to the point where you've made it like your personality, that you sexually assault people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Because
could- I
that
could
kind of
see
checks
that.
out. That's where I was going with like the age of
I was
consent thing.
to me.
It's like,
I think more like you torture animals.
well, that's
that's
more
the
like
same.
serial killer
Kind
vibes,
of.
but yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I get that. I just think about the like guaranteed 30-something-year-old who drives that Joker-themed Charger around Palm Beach, and like I know for a fact that he would show off a hot 17-year-old if he thought
Yeah,
he could get
yeah,
away with
yeah,
it. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Any
That's just
sort
the
of
weird
any
vibe
sort
that
of
I feel.
Joker merch or memorabilia.
Yeah.
Red flag.
Yeah, like there was a guy in my
Midnight
in
Screening.
rehab who was
Of
who-
what? Of which
Dark
one?
Knight.
It was what?
The Dark Knight.
It was The Dark Knight.
How was it?
Dark
a
Knight
mid-
Rises.
Okay,
That's
that
the
makes
second
sense.
one then.
That's
not the
that's
one with the
se-
Joker, right?
That's the one after that.
That's
that
the one
makes
with Bane.
sense. That makes sense.
He had a lot of time for that and that character to really settle in into his being.
how like at what
Even though
point?
the Joker doesn't use guns.
At what point? I believe he does.
Nope.
At what point in between the two movies was he like,
I'm doing it.
I'm doing this?
I mean, I wasn't there.
True.
I always
Yeah.
think about. I mean, we talked about this last
Wouldn't
week.
that be weird? Wouldn't that be weird?
If you were like, it
I
was
like,
actually.
well, when I was talking to
Well,
him.
he got the idea from Joker, but then like the movie left theaters, and he was like, like he showed up with his gun. They're like, we're not showing Dark Knight anymore. He's like, I gotta wait for the sequel. And then he just had to put the gun back in his trunk and wait 4 years or however long.
I think it is not. It's not funny to shoot things up or kill a bunch of people. But
Hot
the
take.
idea, we talked about this last week, the idea of making the decision to, like, I'm going to, like, Truman being like, I'm going to nuke Japan. That's kind of funny. To be like, I'm going to fucking do it. You know, just to, like, be in your head like, yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to fucking do it.
Yeah.
And then just be like, it's on.
How is the okay? So
It's on.
I get what you're saying. Like
last week
the
I got
choice
what you were saying.
The choice to make like a crazy fucking decision.
Yeah,
you know what's
not-
funny is what do you think Truman's wife was saying to him for? Like, you can never commit to anything.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting
She's
at.
like, you know
the
what your
whole
problem
thought
is?
process.
You can never commit to anything. Oh, big, strong man, Mr. President. Let's see you do something
Your
with some
dick
worth.
can't even get hard. You think you're gonna win this war?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I'll show this fucking
Oh, fuck.
bitch.
You think?
I do kind of wonder now. That's kind of cracking me. Like
I'm going to
'cause-
nuke these fuckers' brains until they think of Pokemon.
Yeah, like Jesus. Like that is a funny thought.
Microwave your brain until you come up with Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty already existed, surely, right?
In the 40s?
Wait, did we drop the bomb in the 40s?
No, it was
Yeah.
Goodbye Kitty then.
Yeah, in the 40s. We dropped it in like 42.
Yeah, it was like 40. Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe Hello Kitty didn't exist. Now
No.
I'm just curious. Will somebody look that up? I don't know where my phone is.
When did
Cortana.
You do kind of think it is kind of funny. I like that you guys both just pretended.
I
to
thought
do
he was
that,
getting
and
it,
then
yeah.
I don't
neither
wanna
of you
Google
did
it.
it.
I don't
Will
care
somebody
enough.
just look it up because
When
I
was
feel
Hello
like just
Kitty?
out of principle, like
Just
when
out of
like,
principle, I'll
just
fucking
since
Google it.
I-
But you're Googling the next goddamn thing.
I usually Google everything.
Yeah, he is a Googler.
That's the principle of this situation. I do think it's funny to think about like world leaders making decisions based on like
a failed.
it truly could be like they might not see it that
Created
way.
in 75.
Okay, so you're right. So it really
from
could
scrambled
be
brains.
like something that like
Yeah.
dude, like think about the decisions that Josh has made when we're on the road to get angry at people. You never know. What if he called that lady a dumb bitch in the line at the airport because him and Ariel were in an argument beforehand? Now, I don't know if you were or not. This is hypothetical.
Yeah.
But now imagine Josh is the president of the United States and Japan
Yeah.
is being real mean.
yeah, dude.
And he doesn't realize it, but he is about to fucking bubble over. And
dude,
he has access to nukes.
I couldn't. That's the thing. Is I get power hungry too quick. I couldn't do it. I couldn't be in
Dude,
that
have you
position. 'Cause
seen,
something would set me off, and I'd be like, "What's that?" I'll fucking send. You want to know? You want to fuck around? 15,000 Marines on the beach landing tomorrow, dickhead.
Is that D-Day?
No.
What's
that's
D-Day?
just
There was
a
way
joke.
more than
No, that was
1,500
like
at
that was
DA.
the army as well.
I thought you said 15,000.
There was, I think,
I
more
think it was
than
like
that.
150,000 or something.
I don't know
a lot.
much about history.
Anyways.
I think I should learn.
Did you see that Cheney movie with
No.
dude with
Christian Bale?
Dude, Dick Cheney's whole origin story is his wife was shitting on him. She's like, "When are you gonna stop being a loser?" And he was like, "Okay, I'll start a company and then profit off of war. Fuck you." And
Yeah.
then he fucking just did it.
It is kind of, that's crazy.
Dude,
She
does
was like,
every-
"Are you gonna not be a loser anymore?" And he was like, "All right, how about I fucking fake a terrorist attack and invade Iraq, you fucking bitch." And then he
Wow.
did, and he became the man.
Dude, does every successful man stem from some woman who like just makes them feel like shit?
Babe, if you're watching this, treat me bad.
Basically, what
need
we're
to be a
saying
great
is
comic.
that all successful men,
Have less successful wives.
no.
Have
We're
wives
saying
who
the
are
opposite.
bitches.
We're saying
The
that
wives are
women are really
the reason.
responsible for it.
Behind every strong man.
Is a strong woman.
Is a stronger woman.
Is that the
Yeah.
saying?
Well, it's
Something
also
like
like
that.
there was
we,
also
we support women
Some
on this
gay
podcast.
shit like that.
I did like
I support women.
when my friends that are in the military, when their wives would be serious, like this, like there was one of my friends' wives in the military shared this post, and it was like the toughest job in the military is being the spouse of a Marine, and it was like, your husband defuses bombs, you dumbass. You think your job
Yeah.
is just to not fuck the pool boy?
That was
Which
a
is
bit that
hard.
you had, right? Did I hear you do that before?
Mm-mm.
Really?
I
That's
might have
hilarious.
said it to you as a premise.
Yeah, that's
I've
hilarious.
never done it on stage.
It's also true.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
It's hard not to fuck the pool boy.
Imagine being that full of yourself that you think your job as a stay-at-home spouse of any kind is harder than your significant other being at literal war.
Yeah, dude.
Even if you're a medic who never sees combat, even if you're just whatever doesn't go out in the combat, if you are in Iraq and you are in a full fucking military uniform in 110-degree weather, that is way harder than feeding 2 kids in Nebraska every night after school.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's
you don't
crazy.
You don't know if she's just a stay-at-home mom. She could work part-time at Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, that's
she doesn't
true.
even have to be a mom. It could be a guy. It could be a fucking anybody.
Yeah.
If you think it's harder, that's crazy to me.
It's
that
crazy.
Anybody, because
crazy.
you saw that it was a meme, right? Or like
no, it was
one
a
of those
real.
like
It was like a
pictures.
photo. You know, the photo.
Right.
The photo was a
Yes.
couple in a cornfield holding hands with
Yes.
a flag.
Yeah.
That was like,
That's
no,
exactly what I
Patsy was
imagined.
turned down.
You should take the photo of that out and leave the words and put that picture of like the famous girl who did Girls Do Porn.
Yeah, the girl on the, the couch.
Yeah,
the
that's a
black
fucking
girl.
good
Dude,
one.
I jacked off that while I was in the military.
Dude, there was. Have you seen that?
The one I've seen the meme
There's
of the white girl with all the black guys around her, right? Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
there's a meme of a girl who's like with
Yes.
her boyfriend who's in a uniform, and then it's a picture of her on the casting.
You
want
wanna
to
know in the same outfit. You know
she
what's
might have done
wild?
it that day.
You know what's wild is
She might have
I
been like, "Have fun
have
in
also
Iraq."
jerked off to that, but I saw that meme after I jerked off
same
to
here,
it.
same here.
So I was like,
Yeah,
You're
So-
a terrorist.
I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Did I commit treason?
Her name's like Selena or something too. Let's pull that up. Let's pull out what that fucking trash's name is. Okay.
Oh,
You know what's
no.
fun about
porn
so
is the coming.
I kept at boot camp. I kept getting wet dreams because you can't really do it. You can't jerk off because they take the bathroom. In the bathrooms, they take the doors off the stalls, and so like I'm not just gonna jack off with like Matt sitting in front of
What
me.
about the showers? Are the showers?
Showers are open. It's an open shower situation. So I just kept having like wet dreams, like just
That's sick though.
just nocturnal emissions, dude. You'd get on, you'd wake up in the morning, they'd be like, lights, and like the drill instructors would come running down, and you'd jump down from your rack, and you'd just be, just a pool of just in your shit. They'd be like, what the fuck, dude?
You notoriously didn't know how to do laundry.
And so I just had cum in my trousers, dude.
Trousers.
In my trousers, just dripping.
I used to get wet dreams all the time when I was on heroin.
Because you were too sleepy to jerk off.
yeah. Basically, like you don't have much sex
You
drive.
were like, sleep will handle this.
Yeah, you don't really have a lot of sex drive. It's kind of hard to keep your dick up, which pisses me off. We posted a clip however long ago, about the little Dirk thing with the perks, and I explained it, and then people were like, there were so many fucking just assholes in there who were like, I've been on perks for 30 years and I fuck like a stallion. I'm like, which part of that are you proud of? Like the lie or the part where you've been a drug addict for 3 decades?
Dude.
It was crazy.
Dude, you want to talk about assholes and comments? I've been fucking getting rocked, bro. I've been getting my shit split. I have been getting fucked in the comments for the last week.
That's what happens when you say fucking facts that you don't know to be true or not.
But I Googled it. It is true. And like half of the comments are like, whoa, I actually looked this up. It's
Okay,
true. And then the
so-
other half are like, dude, some comments are just, dude, there's some comments in there that are like classic white guy making shit up. This is why they'll never rule the world. Like, yo, what? How does this become a race war?
Also,
What happened?
to be fair,
We have.
white guys have ruled the world for a while. For anybody who doesn't know, you said the clip is the one where you talk about the shape of penises.
Yes.
And how the point is the head is so that it scoops other
And,
men's cum
dude,
out.
the amount of
you
stupid
procreate.
fucking comments of people who are like, oh, men just think we just walk around with other men's cum inside of them. It's like, obviously we didn't evolve in the last 20 years, you retard.
Also,
obviously this
some
is from
women that you encounter on a day-to-day basis
have cum in 'em.
cum inside of them.
Yes,
dude.
some fucking do.
You know what? I'll say something else, kind of progressive. Some men do too.
Boom.
All right?
Ew.
Boom.
Every man has cum in him.
No, I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Technically speaking, we all have cum.
Technically, it's John Mulaney's bit when he's like, technically, it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Viewers of the video podcast will notice these have cum in them.
Ew.
No, there's people who are just like, they think that we just have cum in us, like we just jump from guy to guy, and it's like this is obviously from an evolutionary standpoint, from hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years ago, dumbass.
Yeah.
And then one person commented today, and they were like, "Oh, so what is this? Some agenda to convince guys to have sex with other men?" And I commented back, "What clip did you watch?" I was like, "What the fuck are you watching?
Is this gay propaganda? Is this propaganda for you to make me suck my roommate's dick because I've been thinking about it?
I have been accused of a lot of things with my comedy over the last 3-something years. And it's been racist. I've been called homophobic. I've been called a lot of things, and none of those are true. But I've never been accused of gay propaganda.
Yeah.
Boy, did I not see that one coming.
That is pretty crazy. I mean, you're kind of pushing new bounds with it. I got sad because
I keep you on your toes, dude. Am I homophobic? Do I push gay agendas? You don't know, dude.
I gotta find this. I want to read some of the comments.
Dude, the comments are fucking crazy. Some of them are just like, bullshit, you fat retard. Like, some of them are just like, why would I take medical advice from a fat guy? And it's like, god damn,
this
dude.
isn't medical advice either.
Also, there are definitely doctors fatter than me.
Yeah.
100%.
One, two. I'm not 100% sure how long.
The amount of people in the comments of this thing who don't think that I know what an uncircumcised they're like, this guy doesn't realize that men aren't born circumcised. Like, no shit. Do you not realize that like the foreskin protrudes past the skin when you're erect?
Dude,
you fucking
wait.
idiot.
You better be 100% sure on what you
can
just
we
said.
Can we talk about my favorite comment? Because my favorite comment is the one that you posted of the woman claiming that this isn't the way Jesus wanted it.
Oh yeah.
She follows me. Does she follow? She follows me. I clicked
That
on her
crazy
profile
lady?
and it said follow back, and I was like, and I looked at my recent followers. It wasn't a new one, so she's been following
She's been
me.
following you.
And
Dude,
maybe
someone said source, and I wrote poopybutt.com. Get dunked on, dumbass.
Yeah, idiot. Don't comment on our clips. Don't comment on Jeff's facts and be like, these aren't true. We know they might not be true.
Yeah.
When we're sitting here listening to him talk about taxes and when you do and don't need to file based on the business that you own, we know he's probably wrong.
And you know what?
When Jeff gives unsolicited law advice and we're taking it, we know we might go to jail.
Yeah, dude.
Okay? It's fine. We're
is-
going to be okay. We're having fun. We're doing what white guys do. We're stating things with enough confidence that some people believe us. That's what men do.
We could be the president.
White ones and
Also,
white
the
ones in
amount of
specific.
people who think that like I'm here trying to like prove anything, as if I'm not like, here's an article I read 2 years ago. Isn't this interesting?
You know what's funny
Like,
is
I don't
I've
fucking
heard
know.
that too, and I said that,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
somebody also mentioned that.
People
and
are like,
I
where'd
don't-
you hear that, bro?
Yeah, exactly. That was funny actually.
I had a
Somebody was like, "Where did you hear that and why?" And I was like, "That's funny. I like that."
I had a video. The video of the Masked Singer, where I just was talking about like this girl says she thinks T-Pain, or she thinks it's gonna be Michael Vick and it was T-Pain.
Hilarious. So funny.
It's a crazy moment.
Insanely racist.
It's a crazy moment
So
in
racist.
television history, and I was talking about that, and then I posted that clip, and like a 15-year-old kid DM'd me it, and he's a Mexican kid, and he said, "You better watch your fucking mouth, white boy." And I was like, I didn't even say anything, dude. I was like, what the fuck,
Dude.
I'm like, and he literally was like, and then I had my story, and it was like on a show that I was on, and he said, "See you there," and I was like, am I gonna get my ass beat by like a 15-year-old dude? Like, that would be crazy. He shows up and he's like, "The Masked Singer, huh?" And I'm like, no, dude, no.
Dude,
You don't talk a shit about ABC's primetime lineup. Oh, that's my favorite sheet. I love ABC primetime lineup.
Was he Mexican?
He was Mexican, but that sounded Filipino.
I don't know what that was.
Mexicano. I just love the
Yeah.
idea of like a teenager who should be into like Twitch and TikTok is like, don't fucking talk shit about the Masked Singer,
Yeah,
dude.
So go beat your fucking ass.
Don't
dude.
talk shit about the show that's only on in my house and fucking old folks' homes.
dude.
Who's watching the Masked Singer under the age of 50?
Christian moms. Do you remember the show that Wayne Brady used to host when it was like don't forget the lyrics.
Yeah.
And it would just end a song. That is a good idea for a show.
Dude, there was
it was already one.
Jamie Foxx did a show called like
you
Beat
just said the
Shazam.
show.
No, I'm saying it was a good idea for a show.
But how did you find out about it?
No,
He's just complimenting
I'm
the
saying
idea.
it was a good idea for a show.
He's not
Yeah,
saying
and
we should do it.
No, and I said it was a show, and you said what? And then
Yeah, I'm
but you're
confused now.
citing a show, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying it's a good show. It was a good idea for a show.
Oh,
He's saying it was good.
yeah.
What the fuck are you saying
What
right
the
now?
fuck is happening?
What just happened?
Josh's
dude?
like, you remember that show? That was a good idea for a show. Matt's like, what are you trying to say right now?
Honestly,
like,
dude, I checked my
looked at
DMs
his-
for like 2 seconds, and then I was like,
Dude, you do that. You do that all the time, and
Dude,
it throws off
this
shit
was-
so many
this
times.
was
You know what's my
insane because
favorite
I-
part of Matt checking his DMs and not paying attention when he's driving.
Yeah, dude. And he smokes things.
I did. That objective, like that, I'll admit was nuts because I didn't listen for a while, and then I tuned in and I thought this would be a good time to get back in here, just shit on what you said
It's-
with
yeah, dude,
no
you did it.
context at all.
You did it last.
I'm
You did
so
it like
sorry,
either like
dude.
last week or this. I can't remember when. Oh, I don't remember what I was like 2-3 episodes ago. I was just talking about something that wasn't even like. I think I was talking about like Ariel and I went to like we watched a movie. I don't even remember what it was.
Sounds
but
fucking
then,
boring.
yeah, but no. In the middle of me talking about it, I was like getting ready to and you just looked up and you were like, "That's lame as fuck." And it was like, and I wasn't even saying it. I was literally just doing a setup for something. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm getting to the funny part,
That's
dickhead."
so funny because while you were just retelling it, I thought this sounds fucking stupid.
I was like just getting ready to do a punch. You look up from your phone, not after paying attention. I'm just like, yeah, and we were watching Cops, and you were just like, it's lame as fuck. I was like, damn, dude, what the fuck?
That was the
Also-
first time I
Dude,
looked at my
There's
phone. the
nothing
whole
funnier than
episode.
checking out of your own podcast and then coming in and shitting on it. Just being like, I'm going to mentally check out of the podcast I'm on and then clue back in and be like, the fuck are you idiots talking about?
Okay, all right. Let's not act like I'm the only one who sometimes checks out on their phone during the podcast. I'm not. I'm not.
I know.
the
I
only
tend to
one.
not. I try to flip it down so I don't. have to
You're
look
by
at it.
far the best. I think Jeff and I are close to tied.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
No, you're worse.
I said close to
I
tied.
might have been on my phone, but I've never just jumped back in and be like, what the fuck are you idiots
So
talking
I
about?
understood what you were saying. What I thought you were saying is
Fuck it, dude. I'm
you were
spread
talking
eagling.
about a TV show, and then you were talking about how you did the don't forget the lyrics thing, and you said that's a good idea for a show. I thought the context you were saying it, and it's not because I was looking at my phone, was like they should do that show. And I was like, you just said they did that show. And then
I know what
you know what I'm saying.
meant.
It wasn't.
It
I
just-
didn't.
no,
misunder-
it just made no sense. I get it. Now I understand what you're
I
saying.
didn't misunderstand it because I was looking at my phone. I misunderstood it because I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, of course. No, I get it. I understand now. But it was just like in my. It was just like like I was just like, what? We both were like, what are you talking about?
Okay. All right. So we're all good.
No, we have to fight now.
I'm gonna punch you in your fucking camel toe, you fucking idiot.
Nah, look at that.
I do kind of wonder what it would feel like though.
Not
That's
good.
squishy.
Not
Do you
good.
get like not for you, for me, for my hand to punch it?
Oh,
Nah,
it'd feel like if you punch yourself in the balls, you'll feel it.
Fellas,
Nah,
is it
dude.
gay?
Matt, once again, forgetting that everyone has the same body parts.
no, dude, nah.
Nah, you guys don't have balls and
wish
feet.
you guys just wish you had fucking hands, dude. Pussies. Maybe you
I
could
like-
check your phone during our podcast if you had hands.
Do you think dudes with hook hands have to, like, dudes with hook hands have to like makeshift a way to jack off? They fuck pillows.
Yeah, but who has two hook hands?
Yeah.
usually
You don't.
have
Be,
one.
people can get into boating accidents, dude.
What do you? You're like, how does Captain Ahab jerk off? Like, what do you? What,
Do you do elbows
No, dude. You probably pay prostitutes. I would
Yeah.
imagine.
with what money, dude?
Your
How are you gonna hold
disability
it?
check.
Disability. You should know about that.
Yeah.
Not that he buys prostitutes, but he gets money.
Oh
for
well,
disability.
I do that too.
If you had one hook hand, though, you could
I'm
put
finger
you
guns,
could
Josh.
put something on the end of it, and that'd be easy to get right up in there.
But
in
I'm
your
thinking,
butt.
do you think a guy with hook hands is like, all right, tonight's the night. He gets a cantaloupe and he just kind of fucking and he makes a hole and then he.
Would you, if you knew nobody would find out, fuck a cantaloupe?
I have.
You have
No, I don't know. But people have. I have heard that there's a thing that they do in prison where they take
A
like
fifi.
A fifi.
Yeah.
the song.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. We're tight as fuck. Give me that.
Ginger's
Yeah.
blicky, sticky, got that fingy.
Fifi is
You
a
put
thing
sponges
that
in a tube and the
sponges and gloves.
Yeah, and you like warm it up. You like sit on
Yeah,
it.
you can warm it up. Yeah.
That's what always weirds me out about fleshlights is like, dude, who's putting that much prep work into jerking off? Because like you're supposed to like
I want a fleshlight.
you're
pretty
supposed
bad.
to like warm up water and like put lube in it and do all this. Like, who's doing like 10 minutes of prep work?
Honestly, dude, I jerk off for so long sometimes that 10 minutes would be a drop in the bucket compared to what I spend.
Seriously?
Yeah, but
Sometimes.
when you're jerking off, are you like, I'm gonna jerk off in 10 minutes, or are you like, I'm gonna jerk off right now, and you do
No,
it
it's
right
pretty
now?
spur of the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Very rarely am
It's
I
always
planning a
spur-
jerk off.
It's always spur of the
Mm.
moment.
I sometimes plan it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like at Disneyland after Disney World this weekend,
that
I
makes
was like,
sense,
after
yeah.
Disney World this
Yeah,
weekend,
you're
I
at
was
Disney World.
like, I cannot.
You're on the
You're around all
teacups.
those kids. Yeah. There's kids. There's kids. They're
Yeah,
just cute
dude.
as fuck.
Dude.
There's a lot of mildly overweight single mothers
tell you
with
what, I was
bad
thinking
tattoos
you
and their
would think-
kids, and you're like, fuck, dude, I'm horned.
She couldn't catch me if I snatched this little fucker.
You would think for the amount of money it costs to get into Disney World, you would assume there wouldn't be trash people everywhere.
Dude, the poor, that's how the poor stay poor. The poor stay poor by taking out fucking loans and credit card debt to go to fucking Disney World. Go get another job.
Yeah,
idiot.
work at another fucking Arby's,
Go
dumbass.
go save your money. That's literally the whole thing. Is like Disney World is not for rich people. Disney World is an attraction and a distraction for the middle class and lower middle class and poverty-stricken
Anything-
America to stay poor. That's all it
Anything
is.
that is described as like a vacation destination
Hawaii?
is for poor people.
Yes,
Hawaii?
100%, dude.
Or we think the same thing about Hawaii.
I think Hawaii's a fake
Hawaii-
place.
Sometimes you have to go.
Hawaii-
ball
I'm
out.
not sure Hawaii
No,
exists.
Hawaii is not for poor people, but any sort of like all-inclusive sandals resort,
Yeah.
poor people.
Yep.
Carnival
Cruises.
Cruise. Yeah.
Poor people.
Yeah.
That's poor
I-
people vacation.
Dude, I've been to fucking an all-inclusive in Mexico that I couldn't afford.
Some all-inclusive resorts
Nice,
in
though.
Mexico can be nice.
Nice.
I went to the
Nice
DR.
as hell.
I went to an all-inclusive in the DR, and boy, oh boy, was I hammered for
Yeah,
about
that's
8
the whole
days
thing
straight.
about the all-inclusive is like you can get
Dude.
as drunk as you want and it
I'm
doesn't cost any extra.
Yeah.
And boy, did I! I was very close to throwing up in a public pool.
That's. I, mean,
I was
that's
getting
not that
I was
crazy.
getting the
It was fun.
Yeah,
I
what
had
do
a
they
good time.
what do they call it? It's
You were probably still on heroin at that time.
Baja Blast.
yeah, Baja Blast.
That's a Mountain Dew thing.
What are you talking about?
That's
What's a
the
Baja
that's the
Blast?
Taco Bell
Are
Mountain Dew.
you? You're
Uh,
like, no, it's a water slide. What are you talking
No,
about?
there's like a drink that's like something.
It's the Baja. Well, there's a Baja Blast at Taco Bell.
No, I'm not
It's a
thinking of that.
tropically flavored Mountain Dew.
I'm thinking of something that's naughty. I'm thinking of like I just kind of
Like a sex on the beach, like a
It's like
pina colada.
it's like that, but it was like I don't know.
Josh and his girl call 69ing Baja Blasting.
I can't wait to Baja blast your pussy.
Oh, dude! Hit her
I
with a
can't
little
wait
fu-
to Baja finger blast your gordita later.
Josh gets 10 pumps in. He's like, I'm gonna Baja Blast.
Got a blast.
Yeah. Wait, what are you talking about?
The
You're
fucking
pissing me
okay,
off.
the Crunchwrap Supreme. I'm talking.
Dude, that sounds like a sex thing.
No,
Taco Bell's
That's what I-
menu is pretty sexual if you really look at
there's
it, dude.
there's a fucking drink that I'm trying to think of that I was hammering them at the beach when I was in Mexico. It's like a fruity drink. It's
Peach
like a
Bellini.
No, let's name them off. Let's rapid fire drinks.
I've
that we
already
know.
done that pina
Kool-Aid.
colada.
Not Kool-Aid.
A
It's not a
daiquiri.
pina colada.
No,
A
it's
daiquiri.
like got a name. It's like a let me Google like Mexican.
Osama bin Laden's stepdaughter.
Is she hot?
That's a good drink.
Really?
I'm joking.
Oh,
I made that
well,
up.
is she hot though?
I
Does
don't
he have a
think-
stepdaughter?
A hot Richard.
No, it's a big Richard. No, what the fuck is it? Mexican.
I know how I do it.
Mexican.
Flaming Dr. Pepper.
Mexican
That's a
fruity
drink.
drinks.
Daiquiri. Did we already say that?
Yeah, I said daiquiri. He said
Daiquiri.
No, it's like a frozen.
Probably a pina colada, dude. Honestly, if it's not
Like a margarita?
It's not a. It's not.
yeah,
A, no,
dude.
no, no,
What
no,
if
no.
that was it the whole time? He was like margarita.
I just googled yummy delicious drinks.
You're an idiot.
He's like, oh, a Yingling.
No, dude. You're gonna know it when I say it. It's gonna fucking be. You guys are gonna be like, whoa.
Damn, there was so much drool on that one.
There was.
There
I
was
have a drool
so much
problem,
drool
dude.
on that one.
I
That
can't
was
find it.
crazy.
All right, I'm gonna give us 10 seconds to figure this out
I
before
don't
we
care
have to
anymore.
talk about something
I
else.
do
Because this is
not-
crazy.
I
I was
do not
really
care
enjoying
anymore.
the Taco Bell riffs that we were having, dude.
Yeah.
I want to Baja Blast your gordita until I fucking
Shoot my sour cream
all up in your fucking
drive-through.
drive-through. Yeah. Dang, dude, calling a girl's pussy a drive-through. that's nuts. No, that's
fuck.
And it's always
rocks.
quicker to go inside. Than
yeah, dude, that's the ultimate. That's the ultimate
Yeah, yeah.
fucking disrespect. To
Yeah,
like,
call a
somebody's
woman-
pussy a drive-through.
Put it to
Call her
drive-
shit a drive-through.
ram it with your F-150. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's like no, I do not accept walk-ups.
I
You have to at least have a car to get in this drive-through.
cash or
Yeah.
credit.
Anal is coming inside.
Yeah,
Mm.
anal would be going in through the back door, which is not as original.
Ah,
Are you trying to think of something to add to this?
yeah, but
I don't think. I don't
can't.
think. I don't think you can beat calling a girl's pussy a drive-through.
No, that's so disrespectful.
That is.
Dude,
That is
next level
insanely
disrespect. We
mean.
don't disrespect.
That
women
would
like
be a
on this
great
pod.
roast joke.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
a girl, if you were like, so and so is such a fat slut that her pussy's a drive-through.
Whoa, that's
Boom.
too much.
That was
I was
boom.
supposed to roast Abby Ballin last night, and I
didn't?
canceled. I had to cancel. Yeah,
That's almost more. That's more disrespectful.
Dude,
than anything
I
you
had
said.
yeah.
I had one, and I
Do you
was
wanna
gonna
hear
give
the
it to
only
you.
one that I wrote.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Abby Ballin looks like Chucky,
yeah.
Pretty funny.
which makes sense because listening to her stand up feels like getting stabbed over and over again.
That's
That's
good.
the only thing that I wrote.
The one that I thought of was Abby is known for hosting comedy shows dressed as a slut. Even though we're in a strip club tonight, the strippers are looking at her like, "Dial it back, bitch."
Yeah.
And she does a good job. She can bring an audience in dressing like a slut, twerking. She's very good at bringing attention into a comedy show. But you could try jokes.
Yeah.
I had a.
I thought about doing a.
Abby's very nice, by the
We
way.
like.
don't
I
mean
thought
to-
about
we like
doing a like. You know how Shane roasted Big J, where he was
Like that is
mhm.
gay.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
he's like that's. I thought about doing something like that, where I'm just like, "Hey, Abby, try jokes, idiot." You know,
Yeah.
That would've been
just shit
funny.
like that. But then I didn't want to.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. I one
Did
of my
you not go?
No,
one of my favorite
canceled.
roast jokes I ever
They
wrote.
canceled the whole thing.
I had to cancel. No, they did it.
Why'd you cancel?
This is a whole thing. I'll talk about it after the pod.
You had to pop that drive-through
Mysterious.
wide open.
No,
One of my favorite.
Ew, I don't like it.
One of my favorite roast
Go.
jokes that I wrote for another comic was he had an overbite, and I was like, Jake looks like he teethed on cement bricks, and I thought that was funny.
Jake looks like me.
You don't have an overbite? Who? Josh has an overbite?
No,
I do, but it's not like prominent.
I mean, that's the drool.
It might be. I do have a kind of a mouth cave.
But wait, your teeth.
you
don't
should have an
really-
overbite.
Your teeth naturally go on one side.
Yeah.
That would be crazy if you're just like this. Like you couldn't-
Underbites are bulldogs. Have you ever seen a person with an underbite? They look like a fucking.
Yeah, an
Full
underbite.
bulldog.
like
is
those. You know
yikes.
those fish that have underbites.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
big
like
dangly
an
thing in
angler
front of it?
fish.
The
Yeah,
angler with the
yeah,
light?
dude.
The light. Yeah.
I used to have a Discovery Kids book on deep sea fish, and I loved it.
I used to
look through
watch.
I was on Disney.
I forget. There's like a documentary about the underwater on Netflix, and I used to take mushrooms and watch it and feel real smart.
Yeah, there's nothing quite like getting high and watching a documentary and being like, I bet my peers aren't doing this.
Bro.
They're probably watching The Office right now.
Yeah,
I'm a
exactly.
genius.
I'm learning about the deep sea ecosystem right now.
Documentaries,
Which is
are-
going to be really helpful at my job at the car wash
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Dude, did we talk about? I don't know if we talked about this, but when my cousin told me they didn't recycle in Tempe, did we talk about this on the podcast? So the cousin that we
I don't
stayed at
know.
when we were at Tempe, I was
Right.
like, I asked.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me
What,
this.
yeah, I was asking him. I don't think we talked about it on the podcast, but my cousin, we stayed with him at the week that we did the Tempe Improv, and I was getting ready to throw away a water bottle, and I was like, "Hey, where's your recycling at?" And he was like, "Oh, we don't recycle here." And I was like, "In Tempe, you don't recycle?" And he was like, "No." And so then I just like threw the water bottle in the trash, and I was like, that's crazy. And I remember being like, that's wild. And so then I wrote a joke about it, and I was like, Tempe, it's good to be here. And I was gonna be like, and then I had in my head, I was like, I just found out you guys don't recycle here. Like, what the fuck? And I'm so glad that I didn't like commit to like what I was gonna do, because it turns out they recycle, and my cousin's just lazy.
Of course they do, dude. It's a major metropolitan.
I know,
of course
but
they
in my
recycle.
head I was like, that's crazy. I almost went in front of like 500 people and go, you guys don't recycle here? What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's actually
the
funny
idea of
because
recycling hasn't made its way west yet.
yeah, it would have been your fault for not looking that up.
No, it would have been, but it's like
That's
crazy
crazy.
to take. I would
It's
almost
crazier. It's crazier for him to be so lazy that he just went, nah, we don't do that here.
It's crazy, dude.
But also, it's lazy, but it's also him caring a lot about your opinion of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to just be like, nah, I don't recycle. I don't give a fuck about the environment.
yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
they
He's
don't
like,
do that
no,
here.
we don't. It's not an
And then-
option. We would do it if we could. It's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
it's not an option here. You know, Tempe, it's
I would love to put that extra effort in there.
Yeah,
but
it's just
we
not as
can't.
The
progressive.
joke
we
that
want
I
it to be.
had about it too would have been like, it wouldn't even have been a good one. It was literally, I think it was something like, yeah, mate, I was like, damn, you think you would recycle with how hot it is here? Like, maybe cool this fucking place down. Don't contribute to global warming. It was like something like
Yeah,
that.
dude.
Like, it wasn't gonna be like
Yeah.
a home run, but
Hell
it would have
yeah.
been funny if it was true that they didn't recycle. But then if I went out there, said something that objectively isn't like a home run, and then also accused them of not recycling, they'd be like, what
It
the
would've-
fuck is this guy talking?
It would have
about?
bombed, and the crowd, with how that crowd was, would have been like, we do recycle. Like, they would have
they would
said
have been
something.
like, yeah, they would have been like, and then I
They were a little bit responsive to things like that.
Yeah, they were.
They wouldn't mind. They didn't mind being like, we recycle.
Yeah. They
You know?
would have been like, what are you talking? It would have just been nuts to start my set out. Being like, you guys don't recycle here, and everyone's like,
What?
what a weird rumor. What a weird rumor to spread about Tempe, Arizona, that they don't recycle.
You heard it here first on the Triple F
I
podcast.
would've
Tempe. It's Tempe.
Tempe.
By the way, not Tempe.
I would have called him out. I would have been like,
Tempe.
where the fuck is my cousin? Stand up right now and tell everybody what you told me today. You piece of
Just
shit.
embarrassed him.
I would have been
Ruined
mad
your
at
set.
him. What's up?
Ruin your set.
Yeah,
to
just ruin my
embarrass the
set. I
guy.
just start, get up here. I'm going to
Just
spank you.
right at the beginning too.
Yeah.
Just right at
Like
the beginning.
immediately walk out and be like, "Where the fuck is my cousin?"
Yeah,
Everyone's
get up
like-
here. I'm spanking you, bad boy.
Everyone's like, "What is?
Do you guys
this
get
a
spanked
comedy
as kids?
show?"
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
yeah,
By a
not
belt.
much.
I used to get spanked. I got spanked by a belt a couple times.
Ooh,
I would
my
just
parents never-
get whacked, like
in the
in
head?
the moment,
like off.
In the head, the face, like
just
where?
like in the side of the head. Like it
Oh.
wasn't like I never really got like, "You're getting a spanking. Go to your room." It was more just like
I did
I
a
would
couple
say something.
times.
They'd be like, "Don't be a smartass."
The one time that I remember the most, I don't remember what I did, but I remember being so scared, and I went in, and my dad had me bend over the couch, and then he had like a table like stand like that you would eat off of, like a TV stand, and he had the belt, and he smacked that table so hard. I remember being like, like being so, and then he never
smacked
actually
that
spanked me.
all on the floor. Smack
My dad
that.
used to.
Give me some more.
My dad used to take a.
Whoa.
He used to take a switch, a belt, and a wrench, and he put them on a table, and he said, "Pick one." Ask
Well,
me
never
which
the
one I-
What's he gonna
wrench.
do
ask
with the
me, Ask me
wrench?
which one I picked.
The wrench,
The switch.
Ask me why.
because
It went
Because
up your
fuck
butt.
him,
'Cause
that's
you're-
why.
'cause
That-
you're-
I'm just quoting Good Will Hunting.
oh,
That was just a whole good.
that was Good Will Hunting.
That was Good Will Hunting. He goes.
Oh,
I've
I
never
thought you were
seen-
gonna be like, because my bike is broke.
I've never seen
No.
Good Will Hunting.
No,
I've never seen it
it's a
start
great.
to finish.
It's a good movie. I do like Louis C.K.'s bit about it, and it did kind of ruin the movie for me because Louis C.K.'s bit when it's like,
I have
"Do you
seen the
like
bit, yeah.
apples?" And it's like, of course. You know why he says yes? Because he wrote the fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's so silly.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
But it's
Never
yeah.
seen
There's
it.
there's this big scene where
Yeah,
he
Louis C.K. is a good comic.
there's I'm not afraid to say it.
Yeah, I'll say it.
There's this big scene at the end of the movie where they're like it's like it's supposed to be this turning point where Matt Damon's like revealing to Skylar his fucking love of his life, that he was like tormented as a kid, and then she's like he's like talking about it's funny because it's like anything with a Boston accent, I think it's ruined for me because I think it's hilarious. Like he takes his shirt off and she sees the scars and they're in this big fight and she finds out and she's like, "What do you want from me? You want me to tell you these fucking scars? They're not from a fucking bike accident. They're from my fucking alcoholic father." And he's just saying it with this accent. And she's like, "Oh," and she's got a British accent, so the whole thing turns into a fucking charade. Because she's like, I don't want you to talk about that. I love you. And then he's like, "You fucking don't know me." And then like it's just this crazy back
Why
and
did
forth.
his accent?
And then,
go
and then it
crazy?
cuts to him, and then it cuts from that to Ben
Dude.
Affleck being super dramatic, being like, "You want to know what the best part of my fucking day is? The best part of my day is the 2-second walk from my car to your fucking door. When I think maybe he's not gonna be here, maybe he's just gonna have fucking left. If I'm still here in 20 years from now, and you're fucking taking your kids to T-ball with me, I'm gonna fucking kill you." And then Robin Williams is like, "My fucking wife."
So that was
Wait,
Goodwill
wait,
Hunting.
What?
So that was Goodwill Hunting, everybody. Matt and I said we hadn't seen it, so Josh did the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, dude, that was. Are you practicing for a
That
monologue,
was crazy.
dude?
That was nuts. To just be like, I've never seen that movie. Okay, I'll do it.
Hold your fucking britches, because I'm about to do it.
Opening scene, Boston, Massachusetts. Hello there. Like,
Hello.
damn. Also, between those two accents and Josh and I were exchanging voice memos today doing Chinese accents. I love you, buddy. You suck at accents.
I can do a
dude.
fucking Irish accent pretty well.
No,
That was all
that's-
right. Actually, that
no,
wasn't
No,
bad.
it's all right. The thing
No,
is,
you
gotta-
lost it, but you lose
No,
it.
You
here's
lost
the
it.
thing.
You're not
it's-
good
You just
at
gotta Listen,
It's
here's the
bad, dude.
No, no, no,
I'm
no.
not. I'm not any better, but I'm not trying.
No. Listen, this is British, right? But if I want to do the Irish, I just gotta kind of slow it down. I slow it down and draw it out. You don't think this sounds good? You're a fucking liar. Listen to me.
The Irish isn't bad, but I feel like
listen
you
to me, I'll
lose
fucking-
it really quickly.
Listen, I'll clip your fucking nuts.
Okay.
You'll wake up. You'll
now
wake
say
up.
this. Say Leo is about to come over, but say it in an Irish accent.
Leo's about to come over.
Actually, that's pretty good.
He nailed that.
That's pretty good.
You think I
honestly.
can't do this? I can fucking do this every day.
I don't
Listen,
think
it's
you
in my
can.
But
fucking
that one's
blood.
genetic.
Yeah, it's in my fucking blood.
That one's genetic. Do British.
Hello, let's go to
Bad.
no. Listen, here's the thing about British.
Say that you want some beans for breakfast with your
Do they-
crisp. No, they wouldn't have crisp. With
Fish-
your
fish.
biscuits.
My
No,
biscuits.
biscuits are.
Do they just eat?
Fuck.
Do they just eat beans over there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
The
they're
fuck's
different.
wrong
No,
with
no, no,
them?
no, no. That's good. It's good as fuck. They're different. The beans that you get over here, like if you buy Bush's baked beans, are not what they're eating for breakfast. They have these Heinz makes these beans, and they have a little bit different of a flavor, but it actually makes sense when it's all together. Honestly, dude,
Do
I'm
Australia.
starting to wish that they hadn't colonized us.
Australian, yeah. All right. I don't even know where to begin with this one because this
No,
is not
you're
it.
already-
This is not
you're
it. Let me hear
already
it. Let me hear. One second. Let me hear an Australian accent. Right? You got one?
I don't really have one.
Does anybody
no.
have one,
Mate?
mate? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna say cunt a bunch.
It's in the top of the throat.
Yeah, there it is.
I see it right there.
Yeah, you do
It's
it.
an
Right.
Australian accent.
I think I'll just
That's
stick
pretty
with the
good.
Irish.
Accent.
It's a good one right there.
I think I'll just stick with the Irish.
I used to do Urkel when I was young. And my mom was always like, "You're really good at accents." And then I got older and realized my mom's a lying bitch.
Yeah, dude.
Urkel was revelatory in my childhood because I was like, black people can be nerds?
Yeah.
Ooh,
I was
yeah.
new.
That's
Because
the
I
whole
was
thing.
because like when I was of the age where that was like on TV, I was also really into like 50 Cent.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was all like
I
it
had
was,
the same kind of experience.
Yeah, it was all like the only black people I really knew on TV. There were kids in my school, obviously, but none of them
Yeah.
were really nerds. And then on TV, it was like athletes, rappers, and Urkel. And Urkel, I was just like, man, you're a real outlier, buddy.
But Urkel could be a nerd
But
until
then
he
he could
turned
be
into Stefan.
Stefan Urkel.
And Stefan was a fucking
he'd
smooth
take your bitch.
motherfucker, dude.
Did you ever
Stefan
see-
was taking Urkel's bitch.
Have you seen the video of the guy that goes in and does like a nerds can rap video, and it's like him and he's like,
I hate it already.
it's so corny. This guy's like he dresses up as a like a nerdy dork guy, and then the whole thing is like, I was bullied as a kid, and then it's just very much of like it's very much like a. It's very much of one of those guys that's like it's not lyrically bad, it's just bad because it's so corny.
Yeah.
I don't like
And then
that like type of rap where it's like you can't make this into any sort of decent music, so who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
like
well,
that,
that's how I
like
feel
that
about battle
Henry,
rapping.
Like that Henry Mack guy who like or Harry Mack, whatever it
The
is.
blind guy?
No, the guy who you can like throw words at.
Yeah,
and he'll
yeah,
rhyme.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
dude?
yeah.
You can't make music. All he does is like give me a word.
Yeah, banana sandwich.
Oh, banana sandwich. I'm going to hand this off to my man's kids. And it's like he just goes
And I
on.
suck
It's like,
on his
none of
damn
this
tits.
Is good. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna hand this off to my man's kids, and I'm gonna suck on his damn tits.
That's why I don't like battle
I just
rap.
hit my tooth so hard.
I
Battle
also
rap, but what I like about battle rap is that it's entertainment, but they don't pretend that it's like this is music.
Yeah,
None
I get
of
what you're saying.
Like what bothers me is like that guy. There's a video of that Harry Mack dude on a radio station with Kendrick Lamar, and Kendrick is pitching him words, and Kendrick's like, "Man, that was crazy. That was so." It's like, yeah, but you'd never feature for this guy. You would never put him on a song. You
Yeah.
would like this guy can't make.
yeah, this guy
music.
can't make damn.
No.
Yeah,
It's
I get what
just
you're
like the
saying.
idea of like
He can probably ghostwrite. I think there's a thing with ghostwriting.
there's a lot of people who ghostwrite.
yeah,
who
or
are
just like
lyricists
people who are
that
like
make a living
rappers
ghostwriting.
these days don't even freestyle. It's like who gives a fuck? Like why does being able to like think of rhyming syllable words
I get
off
what
the
you're
top
saying.
of your head? That doesn't translate into making good music.
That's like
So
that's like
who
when
cares?
that's like when somebody's like stage funny versus like off stage funny. When somebody's like really good on stage and then you get off stage and you're like, yeah, but he doesn't make people laugh day to day. And it's like he doesn't need to.
yeah, who gives a fuck?
Like when people like I know that people have said that about like I think Louis very openly like not he's very like reserved off of stage when it comes to like
Yeah.
interaction with people.
he doesn't have to prove he's
yeah,
funny.
he doesn't have
He's
to
the
prove
man.
he's funny because he's the shit.
Dude, you know what bothers? There was a fucking clip of like a little kid doing Kendrick Lamar on like America's Got Talent. He was doing like Humble, and he was rapping along to it, and they were all like, "Woo, he was great!" And it's like, who gives a fuck? Yeah, put that in there. But it's like,
Just wanted
dude,
a picture of that.
you can't.
Can I get my face next to it?
The
I think you're in it.
the talent of rapping comes from writing the lyrics and being able to like think of a rhythm that goes along with the instrumentals, like coming up with the unique rhythms for your rhyme patterns and writing it. Anybody can reciting somebody else's rap is not talent. And this fucking 11-year-old little hack is
Yeah, get him.
it just bothers me that everyone's like, he was so amazing, and it's like he did karaoke.
I think the same thing about like comedian actors.
Sorry, not to cut you off,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's like the same thing with like Kelly Clarkson can sing other people's songs on American Idol, but her voice is incredible.
Yeah.
Like if you can sing Adele as well as Adele can sing it, that's talent.
Yeah.
Rapping, there are hundreds of rap songs that I know verbatim, word for word, that I could rap. I'm not a good rapper. I've just memorized songs. That's not talent. That's just I've heard this song a bunch.
Yeah.
I get what you're
Fuck
saying.
that kid.
It's like when I think I get what you're saying because I think that same way about comedian actors when people are like he's so funny and it's like he's just good at acting.
Yeah, he's just an actor.
The comedy writer was the one that was
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
really good at.
It's
the guy
like-
that wrote it was
It's
funny.
like when Will Ferrell. It's like when
no,
Will
I don't
Ferrell
know.
like will like do like a dramatic role, and Will Ferrell is a naturally funny person.
yeah, I'm
But
not saying
the-
they're not funny, but,
it's
not
like,
as like
he'll do like a dramatic role, and people are like, "Wow, can you believe that he can do that?" It's like, yeah, he's an actor.
yeah.
He's
yeah.
not a-
I
he's not a
disagree with
comic.
that point though, because I think comedic actors are very funny people. I understand what you're saying, like as far as like the content of what they're acting being funny is the people who wrote it, but I also think that you have to be able to perform it. I think like
Sure.
I get
because
what
think
you're
about
saying.
like great.
But that doesn't
think-
make them funny though. That makes them good at acting. That's my point.
Okay, yeah, I guess, but I guess it depends on what your definition of funny is then.
Yeah, true.
Because if they're in a movie and they're
I think
acting and it's
they-
making people laugh, then
they're
that's
funny.
they're
It's funny.
funny.
But
Yeah,
I
they're
think
funny.
I think they lack the ability to just like, hey, just be funny.
Yeah, but it's also like if you look at like some of the greatest comedic actors of all time. The two that come to my mind is like Will Ferrell is one of them,
Mm.
whether you hate him or love
No,
him.
yeah.
You
I like
can't
I
not
like
I
Will
like
Ferrell.
Will.
Yeah.
And then like
So, wait, we're on the
Kevin Chris Farley. I just watched a clip of his brother Kevin, and
Yeah.
it's terrible.
Yeah.
Like
talk about coaching
those
opposites of
guys
success.
are hilarious
Yes.
people.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm sure there are some people who are funny in movies that like. Here's a good one. I've seen some movies where John Cena has a role that makes me giggle pretty good.
Yeah.
I have a feeling John Cena's not that funny of a
Yeah,
guy.
exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
You know
I
what's
have a
the-
feeling hanging out with him isn't too gut busting.
You know
Yeah.
what's the funniest thing John Cena's ever done is when he
the Marine.
when he criticized the Hong Kong protests and
like
then
he-
apologized in Chinese, and I was like, damn, You want to talk about like actual fucking censorship? You want to talk about legitimate, scary, not like this, cancel culture, you can't make jokes anymore. Like, dude, you know what's fucking scary is that an American movie star was like, I don't like how they're treating those people in Hong Kong, and then immediately apologized on Twitter in Chinese. That's fucking scary.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
actually
scary
like
as
we're owned by
It was
somebody.
pretty wild.
That was fucking scary.
Why did he do that?
Mark Ruffalo did the exact same thing. Mark Ruffalo is like the guy who plays like the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Mark
He
Ruffalo.
is like super SJW on Twitter.
You think I don't know Mark Ruffalo?
I don't know. I don't know who you know. But like he's
the
not
fuck
like
does that
Brad
mean?
Pitt. He's not like the biggest actor in the
No,
world.
what the fuck did you mean by that?
Yeah, no.
Shut up. But he's like super SJW on Twitter, and he, great, good for him. But then he did that for the Hong Kong protests and immediately was like, I apologize for what I said. I didn't realize that what I said could be hurtful to people in other countries. And it's like, yo.
Well, it's because
that's
they act in
crazy.
movies, and China
Oh, of
is
course,
the biggest
of
market
course.
for movies.
But
and
that's
they
fucking
censor all of
scary.
it.
That's
Yeah.
scary that Disney can be like, hey, we make 50% of our money in the Chinese market. You need to fucking apologize now.
And you make 100% of your money
Whereas
being
you
in
can
our
go,
movies.
you can go on
Yeah.
Twitter and say anything about anything else, and they don't really
Who
give a
cares?
fuck.
Yeah.
But if you criticize China, it's like, apologize. Oh,
Yeah.
and do it in Mandarin,
That's
motherfucker. It's like,
crazy,
damn,
too.
that's scary as fuck.
Yeah, dude. China's gonna win. What are we at?
We're well over an
All
hour.
right, let's fucking get out of here, boys.
Bye. Say
Love
bye to
you
my
Thank you.
balls.
Bye.
Bye, go girls. Thank you. Rate, comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Goodbye.